Let's get people about a good 10 minutes to come on. Just about 10 minutes. That's about it. Yep. About a good 10 minutes. See who up. See what y'all doing. See what's going on. Comment ça va? Bonsoir, bonsoir. Bonsoir, bonsoir. On peut parler en français ou anglais? So we can speak in English or French. English or French. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? What is going on? What is going on? I'm giving y'all about 10 minutes to, yeah, parce que je suis connecté. That means I'm connected. So I am connected. So I'm not sure who's chilling here tonight for a second, but I just want to check in only because I'm trying my best to be somewhat consistent in doing a live. Even if it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever, I'm trying to get on here at least about a good 2-3 times a week. 2-3 times a week. Maybe once or twice, but at least once. At least once. But I'm trying to be consistent. So what y'all got going on? I'm not playing no music because YouTube is so strict, you know. I just don't want to get in around no problems playing music. But I don't think it's strict as TikTok. I think TikTok seemed like it seemed like it got even more strict. Like it wasn't seem like it was strict when I first started TikTok. When I first started TikTok, my views was rolling in. I mean, I was like on top. I was really doing good on there at first. And then it's like all of a sudden stuff starts switching up. It's like I started getting low views. And I'm like, what is going on? So that's how that happened. Yeah, that's how that happened. But I'm still on there. I'm still doing my thing no matter what though. I'm still doing it no matter what. Or should I say I'm just doing it? Yeah, I'm doing my thing no matter what because if I relied on views and all of that to be me, then I wouldn't be me. I don't think nobody would be them. Like in the algorithm and in the way that this is working, I think that if somebody was to say, like, hey, I'm gonna rely on the views in order to be who I am, then I think most people wouldn't do it. But if you twist it around, will the views rely on me for me to be who I am? That's what I'm saying. So it's just about just being myself. This the only thing I can do. To be happy, to be happy, I have to be myself. But is the algorithm today really about happiness? Is it really about happiness? The algorithm? I don't think the algorithm is. I think the algorithm is just about doing. Hey Raymond, how you doing? Raymond. Who is that? Raymond. Sanchez. Sound like he probably speaks Spanish. Do you speak Spanish? And then we got in here. We got Raymond Sanchez and then Mouse. I'm surprised what y'all gonna do tonight. What y'all doing tonight? That's what I'm figuring out. What y'all doing tonight? Yes. What are y'all doing? I'm surprised y'all on here. From New Jersey. Okay, from New Jersey. That's what's up, New Jersey. Hello from New Jersey. I have been to New Jersey because I used to live in Delaware for 5 whole years. And I got 5 whole followers. Sí, sí, tú hablas español, suscríbete, te invito a que tú suscribas. Ok, si te gusta el contenido noventera, francés, yeah. So y'all subscribe if y'all not subscribed yet. We trying to get to 5,000. So question one, what brings you to my live and what y'all doing tonight? What y'all getting into tonight? Pull up in the live right now. What y'all got going on? I can see when y'all subscribe too. I can see when y'all subscribe. When y'all subscribe. This sound like some si senor. Si senor. Control machete. Yeah. So we got Mouse. We got what brings y'all to the channel. We want the real people in here. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Y'all have to like the dance to be part of the channel. You have to like the dance, or you have to just like dance, like something about it, or you have to like a language. This is all you need to do. You have to be interested in this, if you want to be part of the channel. You just have to be interested in it. Well, if you want to be part of it in the most real, organic way, let's put it like that. You got to be loving something. Yeah, or you just love me because I'm who I am. That's what it is. So we got 10 people, 10, this 10 people on here. The Nordic light dancing in the sky over Sweden just now. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about with that. Yeah, I don't know what it is. The Nordic light or dancing in the sky over Sweden just now. Yeah, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button because I don't know what that is. Yeah. Then you see Senor. He says see Senor. So we bring y'all here to the channel. Just let me know. We had 10 people. Now we got 6 people. 6 people. Y'all go ahead and subscribe. We're gonna talk a little tonight, probably about the 90s, probably about French. If y'all don't know, I speak French. Speak French, speak Spanish, and I speak English. Those are my 3 languages, so that's why I call myself also trilingual. Because of that, I call myself Russell Trilingual. Yeah, so we'll bring y'all to the channel. We need to know that because I'm engaging with y'all. So we need to know what brings you to the channel. Raymond Abad Sanchez, what's going on? You just was here. Thank you for being here. Yep. Shout out to you. Yeah. You know what? I was thinking to myself, like fame has changed compared to the previous years. It seems like it's more accessible to more people now, right? Because we got your phones out, it's just mostly everybody have a phone now. So it's like it's more accessible to be famous, right? Or well known, whatever you want to call it. And I just was thinking about that. I was thinking like wow, fame has really changed compared to, years before when only certain people had, access to certain things. Like it wasn't no phones like this back then, in the 90s and things like that. But people, um, it was other stuff, right? Like you had to go to somebody that had the equipment, right? Somebody that had the tools or whatever to put you out there. That's how it used to be. Right. Did I ever want to be famous when I was younger? That's what I want to ask myself. I'm asking myself, did I ever want to be? Um, I got to answer it now because I put the question out there. I would say I thought it felt good because it was like you look and see what's on TV. You know what I'm saying? You see what's on TV. So I felt like okay, it probably would be good, right? But it can be good or bad. Depends on how you see it. But I feel like some of the stuff, let's say that some of the stuff we seen on TV back then wasn't necessarily the person's life. You know what I'm saying? Because we felt like the videos we used to watch back in the 90s, we felt like that was their personal life and this how they lived and everything. But it wasn't really like that. When did I start transitioning? What do you mean? Like transitioning, like in which way? What do you mean by transitioning? Okay. Y'all come in and I'll read your comments and I'll answer whatever y'all want me to answer. But we talking about how fame has changed. And then I was talking about when I was like a kid that I want to be famous. Like when I was a kid in the 90s that I want to be. That's what I'm talking about right now. And y'all can add in on it if y'all want to. Okay. So, what religion do I follow? I don't follow no religion. Just be honest. Just to be honest with y'all, I don't follow no religion. Nope. Now, I was brought up as a Christian, like, in my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had an aunt that went to church and stuff like that. But I don't just follow something just because somebody else following it. I like to be real with anybody, you know. And on my channel, I am real. Like, what I do is what I do. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the fake lie and stuff like that. So I'm like I said, I don't really have a religion, but we did grow up in a Christian household, how we grew up. But I never liked going to church as a kid. Um, and I'm just being honest, like, what you feel is what you feel. Yeah, so I don't follow no religion. How there Russell? It's Russell with two L's, but I got you, I got you, I got you. Well, like, so I speak English, Spanish, and French. English from the hood, cause I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. Yep, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, but I live in Mexico. Y'all see Palacio de Bellas Artes in the back. Um, I'm just doing my own thing. Ain't nobody on the internet like me. I hate following trends because it's like I don't want to be like nobody else. I just want to be me. But depends on what the trend is. They just had this little '90s trend. Like y'all seen that trend? Like when you post like your younger pictures from the '90s. Like you sit here like this, whatever, smile, and then you start posting you post like a slideshow of your old '90s pictures. So I participated. I did that. Like I only do trends if it align with what I do. Like because I love nostalgia. If they have a trend about nostalgia, I don't mind jumping on it because it aligns with what my brand is. My brand is '90s. My brand is trilingual. So if it's something like that, I'll do it. But I won't just do no trend just because I'm trying to get followers or I'm trying to get likes. And you got people that'll do that, but I don't really like to do that. I don't know what it is about me. I really don't know. Like it's just some about me just like man, I just can't really just jump on something unless it's part of align with who I am or what I do. I don't know what it is. I don't know, maybe because I'm a '90s kid, you know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of that last kid that grew up in that era where it was like analog. Like, are you a millennial? We got any millennials in here? Because I grew up in that era. We the last group where it was analog. We the last group, or you can correct me if you feel that I'm wrong. But I think we that last group that grew up with that analog environment where you didn't have no MySpace. I gotta go back to MySpace because see, I before MySpace, man. When MySpace came out, I was in the 12th grade. It was '07. I graduated. Right. But you said, thanks for being honest. Please read the holy book of Islam called Quran. It will guide you to the straight path. Islam is the only religion God accepts. I mean, do you read the holy book? Have you read the Bible? I mean, I thought about like reading some passages. I have read like some of it before. I have. I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I have. But it was because my aunt made me go to church though. That's the only reason I really did it. Like I only was going because I was made to go. I was forced to go to church. That was the only reason I used to go, to be honest, because I was forced to go. So that's the only reason that I went. And let that marinate in your head. Everybody that's talking about religion right now. Let that marinate right now. I was forced to go to church as a kid. Okay, forced now. I didn't really want to go, but I was forced to go, and it's just had it worked out, right? And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with nobody going to church. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. I just think that people need to do what they want to do and what they feel is best for them. That's what I feel like. You have to feel that to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with going to church, but I won't just go if I don't feel it. You know what I'm saying? If I don't feel something, I can't do it. And like I said, I was forced at that time. Even though I didn't feel it, I still used to do it. Okay. So this just how it worked out. Yeah. But I don't knock nobody for going. You know, if you want to go, it's cool. Yeah, but if you want to go, it's cool. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. And then I think, I also think people that is into religion, and I'm not gonna speak for really nobody about this, but I think that, okay, let's see this. Okay, I feel like you can show and express what you want in different ways. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to necessarily be one way. You know what I'm saying? You can express what you feel in different ways. So some people might want to go to church. Some people might want to just read their Bible. Some people like, but you can express it in different ways. Do I pray? No, I don't pray. I don't pray. We used to pray when we was younger. Like when I was a kid, I used to pray, but it was all because of the environment that I grew up in. As a kid, that's the only reason why I did it. You know what I'm saying? It never was because it was something that I wanted to do. You know. But no, I don't pray. Like I don't get on my knees at night and be like, I pray or something like that. Nah, I don't. Mm-mm. But of course, I like wish people the best. You know what I'm saying? I'm a positive person. Wish people the best of luck. Um, but not just like pray. No, I don't pray. Yeah, but this is not really a religious chat room, and I mean it's real obvious in the chat, like, based on the title before you come in here, it's not about religion, it's about 90s, it's about French culture, African American culture, my culture. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's really about. 90s music, it could be late 80s, it could be, but it's not about religion. So if y'all want to talk about religion, I'm gonna let y'all know that y'all in the wrong place to talk about religion. This is not the type of channel for that. No, it's definitely not. Wait a minute. Let me change something up because y'all probably can't hear me. You said shout out, yeah, shout out to y'all. I don't know what the heck is. All right, there we go. There we go. I think this. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Zena, Lena, what is Lena Zai? Well, shout out to Lena Zai. Shout out, what's going on? So, what y'all say? I think my mics or something is like, let me see. The idea of praying is to accept that you are a weak person who may fall into ego and make you think about negative things. Prayer is the solution because it reminds me that I'm only a weak man. I mean, I get what you're saying, but just because I don't pray don't mean that like I don't have a way to to kind of sort of be able to emotionally handle things. I mean, you could frame it how you want to frame it, but just because I don't pray don't mean that I don't still provide myself in a way with the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean that I don't pray, but um, I have confidence. That's what I say. I feel like I'm a very confident person, at least more confident now than before. Let's put it like that. I feel like I'm more confident now than before. That's what I feel like. I feel like before I wasn't really confident as much now, but I feel like now I'm more confident. Why do I feel more confident? Because I think it's because of experiences. You know what I'm saying? I think experiences just have lived in, at times, even when we go back to, going to church just because I was forced as a kid and just going back to just times period, you know what I'm saying? The only way you can be happy is be happy and live for yourself. Your internal happiness is really what really matters. You know what I mean? It's not about what's on the outside, really, to be honest. I mean, even though the world make us feel that way sometimes, it's really not about what's on the outside like you think it is. And I can really say that it's not. You know what I'm saying? So to me, if you doing something just because, like I said, just because you forced to do it, or just because somebody's saying, or just because they gonna judge you, you might make the outside happy, but your inside is not gonna ever be truly happy. You know what I'm saying? So me being a real person, telling you how I feel about stuff, I think that's the best to make myself happy. And I think for anybody else, for you to be happy, you have to be happy in here. That's really, you cannot, there's no other way to get around it. You know what I'm saying? Even if other people are happy because you live in a certain way that they want you to live in here, you ain't gonna be happy though. We all hear your beautiful voice. Thank you for honest answer. Each of us has his way to get the purity of the soul. Thank you again for your beauty. Right. That's how I feel. And this is just like, because I'm the type of person more like, it's either kind of real or not real. You know what I'm saying? It's either real or not real. I don't believe in the in between. I believe it's either real or either not real. There's no in between of it. When it comes down to you, being yourself. That's what I mean. Being yourself. Is you either real or you either not real. I don't believe in no in between for that. To be honest. Yep. But thank y'all. What bring y'all here though? This is really about the 90s. This is really about listening to the way happiness is getting close to your maker, your creator. But I get what you're saying. Though. I'm not saying it, but it sound kind of forced though. You know what I mean? Like if a person is telling you, okay, this is what I do, this is what I represent, this is what, boom, 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 right? Like being honest and clear. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Like I have been around certain people that have been very like, do this. You gotta be real with yourself, man. I feel like to an extent, and I'm not saying everybody in the world, some people want you to be fake because it will make them happier that you're not real. Because it will make them happier that you're not being yourself. Some people happy with you living in their image in the way that they want you to be. Some people happy with it. But are you happy inside with it? That's my question about it. Let's stop talking about the outside and let's just talk about what's in the inside or how you feel, not about nothing else. You gotta look in here. And if I'm looking in here and I'm telling, boom, what I feel. Some people run away from what's inside and don't even know they doing it. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about what's in here. That's what I'm saying. You said, do you? I do feel that there is some type of other power, right? Like I feel like there's something, you know what I'm saying? I do feel that way. Like energy, some type of energy, some type of power in some type of way. If being yourself may make you not get lost in negative thoughts, this is a beautiful idea. But how is it any other way though? That's what I'm trying to say. Like what other way would it be? Like what other way would it be than being yourself? Like which other way would it be? Because I feel like even if somebody is faking, you still gonna be yourself in the inside. Like there's no way that you can you get what I'm saying? Like you can talk all you want to talk, but if you being yourself is still gonna be there no matter how you acting, no matter what you physically doing, your reactions or whatever. To me, yourself is still gonna be there. Like your true self is gonna be there no matter how you frame it. You can do whatever you want to do. Your true self is still gonna be inside of who you are, whatever you are. Like I could say, yeah, let me go ahead and go to church. Okay, let me go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead. I could just do that. You know what I'm saying? But you have to feel that that's something you want to do. You know, you just not gonna do it because everybody else saying it. Like, no, you have to feel like there's something you really want to do, something that you feel like you want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's how I think about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could do it because other people doing it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we talking about the '90s. So who we got here? That's part of the channel. That's part of the '90s channel. Who love R&B. I love R&B. I love '90s. I love the dance. I love the dance on my channel. Yep. So who else? Any '90s memories? Anybody got any memories from the '90s? Anybody got any memories from the '90s? We got some comments. Some people comment on it. To do it beautifully, not to hypocrite yourself. Yeah, I think you should do what make you happy. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that, I mean like inside what makes you happy. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I said, you can do something because you know it's what people expect of you, but it's not gonna make you happier inside though. That's how I feel about it. I mean, you could think different, but I feel like me, my whole channel is based on something I love to do, which is dancing and which is ooh, the lights went out. Oh my. Hold up, y'all. Hold up, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So yeah, what happened is my ring like something like with the it just go out like and I have to unplug and plug it back up. No, it's not the top. It's not the topic. It's not my topic though. No, it's not my topic. My topic is the '90s, like hip hop and stuff like that. Yep, that is my topic. Yep, my topic is '90s, music and stuff tonight. What are y'all doing tonight? That's what I want to know about tonight. You know, what are y'all doing tonight? That's what I want to know. What are y'all doing tonight? What is going on? Are y'all staying in the house? Y'all going out, chilling at home? What's going on? What's going on tonight? Y'all hit the subscribe button if y'all not subscribed yet. The people that's talking about religion in the room, what brings you to the room based on what I'm doing, like based on the '90s and based on dancing and French. Like what in that brings y'all to here? You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to know. Have y'all seen my videos, just the dance videos that I put up, the French videos that I put up? What brings y'all here in that aspect? That's what I really want to know. Yeah, because this is what it's about. What brings y'all to this chat room? What brings y'all here? I just want to show up for y'all tonight. That's it. Show up. That's all. You said you got to see my videos. You got to see them. Yeah, but yeah, let's go back to the topic. Just at least being yourself. Let's go back to that topic. Um, I think it's hard growing up in a society to be yourself. Like sometimes, you know what I'm saying. And I'm not saying me now as much. You know what I'm saying. Not really me now at all. I feel like I'm comfortable, more comfortable in my own skin. But I'm just saying, like growing up, even in the '90s and early 2000s and stuff, you know, you in school, people make fun of you sometimes, making fun of you. You in school, high school or whatever. And I think that you learn certain things that you have to kind of unlearn. You know what I'm saying? And you have to really see things for what it is, you know? So I think, like I said, I grew up in high school, and like I said, people used to make fun of me in high school. People used to make fun of me before that. So you just have to just be yourself. I mean, I don't really don't. To me, I just don't know no other way to be. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a growing experience you go through, but I'm the type of person to say, okay, what's the way to be unhappy? Okay, if we had to say, how do we be unhappy, or how do I be unhappy? Let's say, talk about me. How would I be unhappy? Let me see. How would I be unhappy? I want to say that and put that on the table for y'all. What is the way to for me to be unhappy? For me, okay, that would be worrying about something that I can't control, or that'll be trying to be somebody that I'm just not. That would be the way for me to be unhappy, right? For sure. I'm putting it on the table, right? I will be unhappy. Okay, what would be the way that I would be happy? Appreciating the stuff that I can control and being who I am. That's the way to be happy. Some people don't want you to be happy. That's the problem. Some people don't want you to be happy and they don't know that they don't want you to be happy. Right? So to me, I'm like, whatever makes me happy. And I can feel happiness inside. I feel like we feel happiness inside. We feel sadness inside. We feel that inside. Right? So, right. So the way to be unhappy is just to me not being yourself and to worry about stuff that you cannot control. Right. So we got anybody that love the 90s, anybody that got 90s memories, anybody in here. Thank you. We got another subscriber. We thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we only want people to subscribe that love 90s, love French. Only that, you know. Only people that love those two things is the people that should subscribe. If you don't love it and you subscribe anyway, I mean, you probably won't be happy, right? It goes into like every detail of things. Like when you do what make you happy. See, the lights keep going out, y'all. I'm so tired of this ring. Like, I'm gonna have to unplug it and plug it up again. Hold on, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I'm gonna have to do that. All right, there we go. There we go. It keep going out. But yeah, so anybody that have any memories from the 90s, anybody that learning a language or anything, anybody, we need to know. Anybody that's learning a language or anything. Anybody. We got 4 people in here. 6 people. We went up to 6 people. All right. So one thing I want to know. So why the 90s hit different? Like why the 90s hit different, and why we low key can't really recreate it? You know. So that's what I want to know. Like why do you think that the 90s hit different, and then we low key can't really create it? That's what we want to know. And I'm gonna give my opinion on it. For me, I think the 90s is different. I think one reason is because like more of my family was here. You know what I'm saying? Because I had more family. Like my grandma was living, like certain different people that you grew up with, that you started out with, you know, as a child, was still like here for me in the 90s. So I think that their connection is just like, okay, dang, I can remember that connection, like their family being closer, their feelings. So I think there's one reason why. And then I also think the 90s hit different because it was more basic. It was more of a basic time compared to now. You know what I'm saying? And everybody talk about how has it changed over time. compared to now and compared to then. Like even TV shows, like back then, I remember even if you had cable, it still was like a certain selection of like certain shows. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like everybody's just doing their thing. Everybody's got a phone, pretty much got a TV show now. But back then it felt more. You gotta wait on your show. You gotta everything felt more not really just like you had access to it. So I think that's why I just hit different. You know, you didn't have cell phones. You didn't, things just felt like a lot more slow. Everything was more analog. So I think that that's why the 90s really hit different. Y'all can leave in the comments why y'all think the 90s hit different. Why we can't recreate it. There's one thing I want to know, why we can't really truly create it. I think we can't really recreate it because I mean, you know what I'm saying? As much as you want to, you know what I'm saying? Line for line, everything ain't gonna ever be 100% the same. You know what I'm saying? You can, you know, listen to music that, the nostalgia and stuff like that, but you can't 100 like percent recreate it in every aspect. People older, people sort of can kind of sort of change. Even if you change like 1%, 2% or whatever, or 10%, 100%, 90%. Well, I won't say 100, but 90%, 80% or whatever. It's still not gonna be 100% the same. But you know what? One thing, you can always have those memories. You know what I'm saying? The memories is like their time machine. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. Yeah. So I want y'all to be honest with me. Do y'all think that we can ever recreate the 90s? That's what I'm gonna say. Like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we could recreate it, right? Yeah. Or do you think it was like a one-time magic thing? That's what I want to know. Do you think we can truly recreate it? Or was it that just one-time magic thing, just that time, you know? What do y'all think? What's y'all questioning? I mean, not questioning, but what's y'all opinion? Like, can we recreate it, or was it just a one-time magic thing? No, I don't think you can recreate it 100% because I think that when you think about it, okay, we may have like music and stuff, and it depends on which aspect you're talking about recreating it. Kind of too. Yeah, I think it's more about because every person will see the 90s sort of kind of different when we think about it. Because it's like, okay, you think about the music, you think about your childhood. Like, I don't think there's a way you can 100% really recreate it, to me, in my opinion. Y'all think we can create it? I don't think we can 100% recreate the 90s. I think it was just that to some people, the 90s wasn't even probably magic for them. You know what I'm saying? It depends on who you talking to, too. So I don't think it was one. Some people probably feel better today than they did in the 90s. It just depends on how you really see it. You know what I'm saying? Because living in the 90s didn't feel like, oh, it's this trend or it's this. It was just like any other day, like today, right? Just like any other day. Like the same thing. Yeah. It was just like the same thing. Like the 90s back then, it was a time. But I would say it could just been a one time magic. And I think that even if we look at people that where their prime wasn't in the 90s and their prime was in the 80s or 70s when they really grew up as a kid or whatever, I think they may be more kind of drawn more to their time frame. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I do notice is that people, younger people that wasn't even born in the 90s, sort of kind of listen to the music that their parents listened to. They listen to that, so that kind of makes me tied to, okay, well, why do we really love the 90s so much? Like, it's because it was like your childhood. It was like the beginning of your some people life. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, my family was more here in the 90s. So like certain family members. So I think that was part of why I'm definitely drawn to it because of that. Music wise, to be honest, in the 90s, I wasn't really no big fan of like no music people like that, to be honest, like, cause I was a 90s kid, so I wasn't listening to the same people that I was listening to probably in the early 2000s. Like I knew I grew up on certain cartoons and stuff like that, but I wasn't really like listening to the same stuff that I really like today, to be honest. So yeah, the question is, the people that are just coming in, hit that subscribe button. So the question is, be honest, do y'all think we can ever create the 90s vibe, or do you think it was a one-time magic thing? You know, I'm saying it depends on how you really think about it though. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I'm gonna say not 100% recreate. That's what I'm gonna say, and that's that why I think we have nostalgia today, because nostalgia is not recreating it, but it is like keeping that magic alive. You know what I mean? Keeping the magic alive, but recreating, no, I'm gonna have to say no. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say no. Recreating, no, because you gotta look at, okay, you have knowledge of that time. You know what I'm saying? When you was growing up in the 90s, you didn't know what was happening next or what was, but because you have the knowledge of the 90s, I feel like it's not ever really truly recreating it. I feel like you can't really recreate something that you really already lived. You know what I'm saying? Like, right, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think you can 100% recreate that. Yeah, but I'm talking about from a real deep point of view. You said honestly, past is the past, future is the future, so we should just focus on the present. Right, the present, the present. That's true. That's true. That's true. I do agree with you on that. You should just focus on the that's the only thing that really truly exists, right? That truly exists. So I guess if you look at it from that way, um, I'm gonna put it like this. I feel like you can recreate it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? For yourself in a way. You know, for your own. Say, hey, how you doing? Is Candor? Go ahead, hit the subscribe button. I feel like you recreate it within yourself, because you have the memories of certain things that are connected to the 90s. So I feel like in your own world, like in your own mind, in your own passion, like you could technically kind of sort of recreate it, like revisit in a way. Um, I feel like this about the closest you can kind of get. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. Hit that like button, hit that like on here, so we can get a couple of more people likes, and then maybe we can get some more people in here. We just got 6 people in here right now, but yeah, I think you can. That you can't quite recreate it, but um, I feel like you can kind of for yourself in a way. I mean, you could. I would say. Y'all got any comments on it? Where you from? Can we recreate the 90s? That's my question. Or was it just a one-time magic thing? That's my question now. Can we recreate it, or was it just a one-time magic thing? I mean, we have people bringing trends. Do you think trends are really recreating the 90s? Like, are trends recreating it? Yeah, I don't think like overall. Like I said, overall we can't recreate it. Overall, I feel like we can't. Like overall, and I'm saying like how the world is functioning now is never going to be 100% like it was then, because it's in the past. But I feel like in terms of like revisiting it mentally, like knowing how you grew up and feeling the nostalgia, it's about the closest we could probably get to recreating it. Would be nostalgia. That's what I would say. But recreating as if it never happened, and I think in that sense, like, no, because you still have knowledge of that time. We can't even recreate yesterday, because it's like it's a different day. You said, what do you want to bring back from the 90s? Name 5 things. Let me take a screenshot of this because I like your question. I like that question. Hold up. Okay. What would I want to bring back? I would just say really family members. Certain family members, like my grandma, and there's really her and aunts and stuff like that. But when you think about it, I mean, we really got everything still here that was from the 90s. I mean, you can go and listen to music from the 90s, and it's the main thing I'm drawn to. So, to be honest, what I want to bring back is sort of kind of already in my memories. You know what I mean? Like certain candies and stuff. Maybe prices from the 90s. There's two, right? Family prices from the 90s. Um, I would say some of the shows, but at the same time, it's like, well, I just go back and watch them, right? So I would say like family. I would say certain family members, and I would say definitely the prices. I see the light went out again, y'all. Maybe similar music to the 90s or something. Hold up, y'all. Hold up, y'all. Maybe like certain music or something like that, but not really. I feel like with the technology we have today, you can pretty much have really even more the 90s and more. That's how I really feel like it, you know. And let's just really be real with it. Like you said, I do agree with the past doesn't really exist. The future are expectations, and then the present is the really only thing that exists. So I do agree with it. So I think, like I said, I think it's more of a nostalgia thing. I think it's more of a nostalgia thing. You said I live for a moment and don't worry about something that may not happen because I believe that we have one more chance to live. So I take advantage of every moment. Right, right. But everybody got their own way of enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? And there's no right or wrong answer about it. When I love 90s. I love 90s. I love old nostalgia stuff. Nothing wrong. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? You have your own way to appreciate life, to appreciate every moment. It's different for everybody. Right. But I can only name about two things that I would like to bring back, truly bring back. VHS is they kind of popped in my head. The idea of it is like, wow, yeah, VHS was like that, but um, I wouldn't give up now. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't give up like the stuff we have today because I think the stuff we have today definitely makes things simple, make things easier. Like when you really think about it. But like I say, I'm more attached to the nostalgia of the '90s than okay. I literally want to go back and just really like. I don't think so. Right, because it's different for everybody. But certain moments you relive in your memories, right? Certain moments you can sort of kind of tap into that in your memories. So we don't really have that much participation in that question. Um, we really don't. I mean, my superpower is being at grandma's house, just like my '90s superpower, being there. It was more of a simpler life, you know, but richer feeling, more simple life. Um, right. I grew up watching Family Matters also. Yeah, so I miss the idea of it, like, you know what I'm saying? But not necessarily like, oh, do I want to just really truly go back? But I would say no. Yeah, not truly go back. It's like in the '90s we didn't really have much, but it felt like it was a lot. You know what I mean? Like you didn't really have a lot, but for some reason it felt like it was a lot. I don't know if anybody else ever feel that way. But to me, it felt like even if you didn't have a lot, it felt like you did for some reason. Compared to today, the feeling of it. So, what show was y'all raised on? You said I believe that '90s places a mark on our soul. We must put a mark on life. Right, right. So, what show raised you? Like, y'all having shows that raised y'all? Yeah, I think it's just the time, just the time, being young, being a kid, growing up, being exposed to stuff for the first time, certain things. Um, so yeah, it ain't nothing like the first time for something. Like the first time is like, all right, Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon. Which one y'all gonna go with? Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon? I might need to post a video on it. Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon? Which one y'all say? I'm gonna go with this hard, this hard to go with. Whew, that's a hard question. I'm going to say, my head is saying Nickelodeon and my mind saying Nickelodeon. The only reason why is because Rugrats, like SpongeBob and stuff like that. Like Nickelodeon is just, I would go with Nickelodeon. I kind of want to say Cartoon Network, but I'm gonna probably say Nickelodeon. Which I'll say Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Oh man. Which one y'all say? I need to get out. I need to get ready to get off in a minute because it keep going out this light. If it go off like one more time, I think I'm gonna just get off. But I was asking to y'all like, forget the 90s with the current war that is going on. It looks like it's going to recreate the 30s and 40s, even back to wow. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, you never really know. Yeah. All right. So, do y'all have like one couch everybody wasn't allowed to sit on? It was a time when I grew up with my aunts was like, no, you can't sit on this couch, and they had plastic over it. But yeah, you know, never know, because yeah, when you think about it, like '90s was, it would be, yeah, '30s and '40s, even back to the Stone Age. Yeah, the Stone Age would be crazy. Like, gotta rebuild just every single thing again, right? So in French, if y'all want to say, I miss that feeling, you would just say "sama monk," "sama monk," "sama monk," "sama monk." That means I miss that feeling. Yep. But it wasn't no social media pressure back then. It wasn't no social media pressure. More being present, more of a community feel. Now we got everything, but somehow it feels like we got less. Right? We just so used to the technology. That's all. You know, we used to it. And then, you know, also being an adult in the current time, you feel more like, okay, well, I got access to stuff more. Everybody got general access to stuff that they didn't have access to in the 90s, you know. So if you vibe with this, you are already part of the vibe zone. If you want to learn French while catching this vibe, you know where to go. You know where to go. You know my channels is what it is. Um, but anyway, I just wanted to get on here just to show up. This is just to show up for everybody. That's it. That's the only reason why. Yeah, I ain't really worried about the likes no more because I know I can't control the likes. I can't really control none of the algorithm or who watch me, or I know I can't control it, but I can at least still show up though. I can show up, so that's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna close tonight. C'est tout pour ce soir. Je vais disconnecter. On peut parler demain or toujours. Like we can speak another talk another day. All right, y'all. See y'all later. Take care.